Carolina group is pretty strong as well.
0-0.
Buckner will serve first.
Side out.
Just wide.
Zero, zero. Side out.
Couple miss hits from Kate on the forehand wing to start here.
Well, Kate Fahey has a wedding coming up here soon.
Wow,
So
wow. You can relate to that.
busy season,
Niche.
yeah. She's got a wedding
0-0.
planner, which I did not. A very wise decision by Fahey to balance all the things.
Point.
Sends a return into the bottom of the net.
Saved a little bit of money, though, I'm sure.
Yes, I did. Not elsewhere, but in the wedding planning department, yes.
You gotta
1-0.
cut costs where you can.
Nice approach
Point.
from Buckner. That's where she's most dangerous, the pace on her ground strokes.
Yeah, I remember watching, I don't know if it was in maybe Vegas last year, just watching
2-0.
Brooke strike the ball, and I was like, wow, does she generate a lot of force.
Side out.
So what does it feel like out there to compete against one of your closest friends?
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic,
0-2.
right? I think, again, you have to separate the off-court stuff from the on-court stuff. Obviously, on-court,
Point.
you're not going to be a jerk. You're not going to cheat. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to do that. But you have to find a way to keep the fire that you would have playing against somebody that you don't know. But it can be difficult at times.
1-2.
In
Side
the
out.
history of this matchup, there's been 3. Brooke Buckner winning one of those. 2 meetings were in a final when Kate Fahey had that breakthrough performance in Kansas City, still relatively new to the field in August of 2024. It was 3 games,
2-1.
pushed Brooke, but Brooke won it. Then again in the final in Vegas that year, Fahey won it in 3. Oh, nice. Nice stuff
Side out.
from Kate Fahey. Last meeting, though, was in Tucson.
Referee timeout. We
Fahey
have a
won it
challenge
in
of
2.
the in ruling. The in ruling puts us at side out 1-2. We'll now proceed to video review.
Buckner will try to assure herself that this ball was indeed in. What separate on the volleyball team there?
I was going to say
After
how
She was a
reviewing
little
the results,
younger than
the rally
me.
stands, the
That was
ball
fun,
is
yeah.
in.
Brooke
Challenge
and I
is
were
lost. No free
good
challenges
pals back in
remaining.
our
1 free
college
challenge
days.
remaining. We'll resume play at side
Athlete
out
community,
1-2.
always tight-knit group.
especially at school, of course.
Time in. 1-2. Side out.
And the forehand from Fahey just looks a little wonky thus far. Still very early, kind of coming over
2-1.
that ball a little bit prematurely. She's got to keep the paddle going towards the target just a little bit longer.
Side out.
First knee slap from
Yeah.
Fahey of the day.
1-2. Point.
Gives herself some bumps and bruises when she's not satisfied with the play. Said it was something she was working on earlier this season. Haven't seen a paddle to head tap yet,
2-2.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, I think, you know what? Whatever works for you. Obviously, at a certain point, you want to try to minimize that.
Side out.
I've never been a paddle or racket smacker. I always just berate myself verbally on the court.
2-2.
Too good.
Side out.
Stays true to the baseline, passes Buckner on her way up.
Backhand firing
2-2.
early on for Fahey. Couple beauties down the line.
Point. 3-2. Point.
Nice rally from Kate Fahey.
Finding her rhythm just a little bit here early on. Sometimes you go out there and you feel great from the first ball. Other times it takes you 5, 6, 7 minutes, a few side outs to start feeling comfortable again. Yee!
Point.
How's that for some ball striking?
Pretty darn good if you ask me.
I feel like I need an Advil after watching that rally. Back and forth. Excellent ball striking.
5-2.
All deep for
Point.
Buckner. Quickly calls a timeout.
6-2.
She's had enough. She's seen enough. 6-2 lead for Kate in a
6-2.
year.
Yeah,
Speaks
it's incredibly
volumes
impressive.
for Kate Fahee's ability. Because at the top of the singles field, it is deep.
Side out.
Very deep. Top 5 spots. All players jockeying for position.
Sure, and there's a misconception out there that anyone
2-6.
who is an elite tennis player can immediately become an elite pickleball player. It's just not true. I've found that it sort of varies. I know guys who would absolutely annihilate me on the tennis court who, no matter how much they practice, would still probably not reach my level in singles. And I know guys that aren't that great at tennis, just have a decent
Side
tennis
out.
background, they become elite pickleball players. So there are obviously translatable skills, but there are also differences. Some people take to them and some don't.
That's a great point. I
6-2.
think players like Sam Querrey and Jeannie Bouchard, world-class tennis athletes, came over and proved that point
Point.
to the tennis community as well, where it was like, okay, fine, we'll give it to you. Top
7-2.
percent of the pros.
Sure, especially that difference is exacerbated in doubles 100%. But even in singles, it's you're not guaranteed to come in and be a top 20, 30 player just because you played #1 at UCLA. It just doesn't work that way.
2-7.
What a sequence for Buckner.
Point.
Grabs a point with it. Perfect fall day, by the way. We've been saying it all week, but always grateful when the weather hits, because there's nothing like a Midwest fall day where the sun is still
3-7.
shining. It's the perfect temperature. You're not too hot, not too cold.
But
Mornings are brisk. Daytime is beautiful.
It's the best
3-7.
niche when you can wear like a light hoodie in the morning,
Yes.
short sleeves and a t-shirt during the day. That ball
Side
didn't
out.
bounce. At night, you throw the hoodie back on. Perfect.
Seven 3.
Just out was the
Referee
call from
timeout. We have a
Fahey.
challenge of the
Didn't
out
even
call. The
attempt
out call
towards it.
puts us at .83. We'll now proceed to video review.
Brooke Buckner immediately challenges.
Yeah, and I think sometimes Brooke just overhits a little bit on that approach shot there. She's pushed a couple of those massive forehands along. I'd like to see her take just a little bit of pace off, make her hit a pass.
After review, the results of the rally stands. The ball is out.
Okay.
No free challenges results in a technical warning. One free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at .83. Time in. 8-3.
Yep.
Point.
Great cut volley there. Fehee in full control, it would appear thus far.
9-3. Side out.
Good pressure. Brooke, one of the many mothers we have on the Carolina
Yes.
PPA Tour, which is inspiring, to say the least.
Always worth a mention.
Point.
Again, the ability to stay at the top of a professional sport
4-9.
and be a mother. Certainly a difficult balancing act, I can only imagine.
Best job in the world. I can only relate from a dog mom perspective. Even having a fur child is a lot of work. Can't imagine real humans, let alone 3 littles.
No kidding. Well, you know what? I brushed my teeth this morning, Mish. That was a good start for me.
9-4.
Great serve.
Point.
Game point, Fahey.
All right. See if she can close the door on her buddy.
10-4. Point game.
He will close it there. 11-4. Buckner will consider her options heading into game number. The same.
Hold on.
Game 2, starting on the paddle of Kate Fahey. There's a battle that was going on
Video
on
boards,
Grandstand. We'll
please.
update you on in a moment. Jansen and Christian battling their way to get to the semis. We'll tell you here in a moment.
Game 2, time
Let's
in.
get this.
0-0.
There's the update. Jansen
Point.
is moving on to the semifinals. She was going to join us in the booth tomorrow, but she's going to be busy. So, Alex, hope you're free.
1-0.
Great run for Leah Jansen. Deserves a lot of credit.
Point.
Hot start for Fahey here. It's really been a lot of one-way traffic ever since those first couple of errant forehands in game 1.
So winner of this one will square off against Jansen.
2-0.
Both players also good friends with Jansen off the court.
I'll recall.
There's a butterfly that flew through the
2-0.
swing path of Kate Fahey. Smith allowing the replay there. Authoritative finish for Brooke.
Yeah, and I think she's got to press
0-2.
forward a little bit here. Fahey's been the one ultimately moving forward, taking charge of the net. If I'm Buckner, I'm going to try to approach the forehand side.
Side out.
And again, I think she's just got to take a little bit of pace off. She hits it so hard, but when you're giving Kate free points, I don't like your chances too much.
2-0.
Too good. No,
Point.
it was just barely not good, though. Just wide. Fahey taking control here in game number 2.
3-0. Point. Timeout receiver, 4-0.
I think that's a 4th or 5th missed return from Buckner, and against the best in the world, that will not work.
More than less, and a run to the quarterfinals. Something to be proud about.
6-0.
If it ends here. Still a little bit of game left.
It looks glum here, Mish, but you never know in pickleball.
Ooh, that was out, I think. And Fahey will
Side
get it
out.
back anyways. And
She's had a
possible
couple
good
of
faith.
those that have been extremely close that she's played, which I have a lot of respect for.
Well, especially against your good
0-6.
friend, right?
Some people have the mantra, when in doubt, call it out. Not these two. Beautiful.
Point.
Agassi-esque with the Agassi paddle there from Buckner. Would have loved to have seen Andre play singles when he was just a bit younger. Would have been fun.
1-6. Let. 1-6.
Nice coverage. And Buckner takes the net first, pays off.
Two, 6. Side out.
Just rushes it again. I think that's one where you got to stay low. That ball is Again, in the middle of the court, you're not that far away from the net. You got to get it up and down.
6-2. Point.
Yeah, she's had a couple of those backhands. Think she's got to just try to exaggerate the finish just a little bit more, pulling up just a little bit prematurely on the backhand finish there.
Oh, what an anticipation from Kate Fahey. Read Brooke Buckner well in a scramble.
3 points away now.
Coming up next, battle we've been waiting for between Jaume Martinez-Vick and Christian Elshon. That's on deck for men's singles. Then it's mixed doubles time.
8-2.
Wow.
Side out.
Shots.
Buckner didn't hear no bell. Frozen rope winner cross court.
Two, 8. Side out. 8-2.
Ooh.
Side out.
Gratuitous bounce, making the right choice there for Buckner to close.
Kind of just hanging around here, but she's going to have to string a couple of these together to get Fehee to feel any type of real nerves.
Fehee looks like she wanted to call it out. Earns it anyways.
Side
Couple of
out.
generous calls both ways. Side out, Fehee. 3 away from taking the match for a date with Leah Jansen in the
8-2.
semifinals.
Yeah, that was the first real roar we've heard from Fehee this match, and if you were betting the over-under on roars, it's been
Side
on
out.
for sure. It's been stuck on 8 for a few minutes here now.
Two, 8. Point.
Serve for Buckner. If you're coaching Buckner at this stage and you gave her 3 things to focus on up to this point, love to know what
3,
your
8.
teaching perspective, coaching perspective would look like for her. Beautiful. It's a break up the let, but that's all right.
Yeah, I think, again, a lot of Fahee's points here have come from unforced errors, I think, is your point. You know, still adjusting to maybe a little less grit, which means you got to take a little pace off.
Timeout receiver,
how you're
4,
used
8.
to swinging.
Those lines, you know, 4 years of Michigan volleyball, you think I'd have that down from the bench, riding the pine all those years. I was the cheerleader on the court, and
star libero.
Oof, man, I gotta attend some sporting events as a fan. I think that's the goal. Nor Kate nor Brooke look to be amused at this point. That's all right. I'll sing it for them. Hail to the victor.
All right, you're finding your
15
groove.
seconds. No timeouts.
Mom was cheerleader there
no
too, by the
timeouts.
way. So
Really?
I do have those genes in me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time
I'll show
in.
you my cheerleading skills
4,
in a
8.
commercial break. We'll get some pom-poms out. All right, back to work. Game 2. Little comeback for Brooke. All right.
Side out.
Fahey roars her way back into the match.
She's going to want that one back again. Just tries to, that paddle, you see it came back just a little bit too far. Contact point was behind her right shoulder, not out in front.
8-4.
Brilliant.
Point.
Get from Buckner, and Fahey just camps to put it away off of 8.
Carved that forehand volley.
Michigan women's tennis coach has to be proud. Ronnie Bernstein surely watching. I think she has watched this showdown several
9-4.
times before in the finals when it happened last year twice.
Oh, for
man.
Pete's sake. That's what I'd be saying.
For match point, Fahey with a chance to move on to the semifinal rounds.
10-4.
Jansen awaits her opponent. Deep.
Side out.
Buckner hangs on.
.410. Point.
All right, Fehee certainly still feeling like she's got this one in the bag at this point. If Buckner can maybe get this 7, that's when a little bit of doubt might creep in.
5-10. Side out.
Fahey screams it out for match point number 2.
Roar number 2.5. We'll count that as a roar and a half. Still way under.
10-5.
Fahey takes the opportunity to close to the net and close this out into 11-4. 11-5, a hug in response. Great effort, great tournament for Brooke Buckner. And the crowd applauses the great Kate Fahey. 2 seed moving on to the semifinal rounds. Your final thoughts, Alex?
Yeah, I think
solidifying herself in tomorrow's semifinals.
Yeah, top 5 matchup here on championship court, but the number 2 seed moving on to tomorrow's semifinal. Kate Fahey 11-4, 11-5 over Brooke Buckner. As expected, really, Kim, Kate Fahey has been so incredible the last 6 months to a year. The last 2 times Brooke Buckner and her have met, it has been Kate Fahey. She seemed like the faster player, the more dialed-in player. Brooke Buckner, when she was hitting her passing shots, she was great. She had to hit the lines to do so, and when she was not on, it was all Kate Fahey. And Fahey, I thought, was able to slow things down when she needed to, took timeouts when she needed to. The game management was all there, and the passing shots, for me, she was able to slow things down. It wasn't just all redlining like Brooke Buckner. So I think if you're Brooke, for the next couple months, that's what you're going to work on.
Yeah, I think so. Welcome in Cameron Blackwood alongside Matt Manassi at the Pickleball TV desk. But I agree with you because I think Kate Fahey looked really composed out there. And we know she has a lot of emotion. She gets really excited. She can get down. She can get upset. But I felt she stayed very even keel. Of course, she lets out some screams, but that's expected.
Yeah, the roar and a half, as Alex Crum said. I mean, it might have been 2.5.
But I do think that's what she's going to need if she wants to compete and possibly beat Annalee.
Yeah, she looked very confident out there. Every shot was calculated. There was no second guessing herself. She's walking behind me now on the desk, so I can't keep talking about her like she's not here, because she is. Nothing. Great things. Only good things.
Everything's been good. Kate Fahey, congratulations.
Thank
Big
you.
win against Brooke Buckner. We know you guys are friends and you chat a lot there, but you were able to compartmentalize, and we were talking about how composed you were out there. She's a heavy hitter, but you just managed the match very well. How happy are you with this win?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy. I mean, going into it, Brooke is like one of the best players in the world. I think she's like, if anything, it would be the one to beat Annalee. And when she's on, it's like unbelievable. And so I was like, just weather the storm. You know, she hits. She doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. She comes in well. She hits heavy. And so I think I executed my game plan really well. I moved the ball around. I tried to hit deep to push her back. And I'm really happy with how I played. And it always stinks to play a good friend, but I am happy to be in the semifinal.
I thought your passing shots were great, and not just the massive drives that we know you can do off both wings, but the slow ones, kind of a 2-shot pass. Was that something you've been working on, and was that a strategy going in?
Yeah, it's something I've been working on. I mean, I think just coming from tennis, I'm used to just kind of like blasting my passing shots, and now I'm kind of thinking like 2 balls. Like, okay, you know, maybe let them lunge and hit a volley low and then come in and try to pass them on the second ball instead of just, you know, trying to hit an all-out winner and maybe hitting the ball out or in the net. So.
I want to know something about maybe people you look up to, your influences for improvement. I know for me, when I played tennis, I wanted to be like Federer. Didn't get close to that. Ben Johns and Pickles, not close to that either. But for you, Annalee, maybe in singles, the only one that's ahead of you right now. Who are players maybe you're looking on, or where are your influences to kind of mold your game after?
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit of everything. Like, of course, Anna Leigh, I mean, her movement and her balance is, like, unbelievable. Like, I don't think I've ever seen her, like, off balance. And so I try to emulate her movement. KK moves so well at the kitchen. Leia volleys so well and takes time away from players so well. And then Brooke, I'm trying to emulate that forehand. I don't think I'll ever get there, but I try to watch her, and I'm like, gotta try to do the same thing, and it just doesn't work out. But there's, like, a little bit from every player that I take, and I'm so, blessed that I'm around such amazing women on the tour.
I saw you back here warming up with Tina Pisnik before the match. We saw her actually coaching you throughout it. What was she telling you, especially in those crucial moments?
Yeah, I mean, she's a world-class coach. I asked her, and I was like, do you think you could coach me during this match? And she was like, yes, of course. And she was working with me and, feeding me balls before the match. And, she's a world-class tennis coach. She was a world-class tennis player. And so just her mindset on the court is just, like, very succinct. She doesn't get too technical in the middle of the match. It's just, like, keep doing what you're doing, keep positive, but, like, maybe change this or that. And it's just so helpful to have someone so sound and so intelligent on my side.
Different matchup tomorrow against Leia Jansen in the semis. Not someone that obviously she can rip off both sides, but can play the cat and mouse. Thoughts on that matchup?
Yeah, she's always really, really tough to play. We've had a number of matches, a number of battles. We're also good friends off the court, and so it'll be tough. She has a different game. She does like to play the cat and mouse. I don't love to get in the cat and mouse with her just because she's so good at it, but she takes time away. She mixes up the pace, so I'm going to have to play my game, and hopefully I can execute.
I've seen so many improvements from your game, from where you started us talking at Worlds last year to where you are now. But where do you think you still can improve in your game?
Yeah, I mean, I think my movement. I think, I'm off balance a lot on my shots. I'm obviously my harshest critic, and so I'm like, I have a lot to work on. But I try to give myself credit. I have come a long way, but there are definitely things, when I watch matches, my own, I think my movement, I'm a little bit off balance, and I want to have my feet under me a little more. So I think it's just like working on agility off the court and also mobility and just making sure I'm flexible and I'm agile. So that's something I want to work on.
How much work off the court and tape and all of that are you doing now compared to maybe when you were at Michigan? Do you think it's more now?
It's more. My teammates make fun of me at the St. Louis Shock. I'm constantly watching. I literally have Pickleball TV on my phone at all times. I'm at dinner with my fiance and I have it underneath my. It's like a guy at church watching football. I have it underneath the table and he's like, really, this is our anniversary dinner. So I'm kind of obsessed. But I think it helps. I just try to watch players and try to emulate my game off of them. But I think I watch a lot more film than I do now. And in terms of cross training, I try to do just as much in tennis because I think being fit is so helpful for your mental game as well.
Well, congratulations. Huge win. We're so happy to have you in the semifinals and possibly getting to the championship. So good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you so much, guys.
Kate Fahey moving on to the semifinals. We're going to go back to men's singles now. Jaume Martinez-Vic taking on Christian Alshon. Mish.
Yes, Cam, I love that analogy. Watching Pickleball TV at her big dinners is similar to a man at church watching sneakily some football. That is epic. Going to use that one for a while. But yes, this is a clash of star power here between Jaume Martinez-Vic and Christian Alshon. Let's take a look at the draw here. Alex Crum reminds you where we're at. One semi